What's going on, guys? So the second episode of Gotham has came and went, and it was alright. I know a lot of you guys are probably like, Juice, it was awesome. What do you mean it's alright? Well, I don't know, for some reason when I watch Gotham, I always feel like it's a slow start and it gets way better. Season 1 was a really long, slow start for me. It didn't get good until like the last 5 episodes or whatever it was. And Season 2, I don't think I started actually covering the show until I think the 3rd episode, because I think that's the episode where Jerome dies, if I'm not mistaken. So don't kill me. I did think this episode was better than last week's episode. And next week's episode with the Mad Hatter looks freaking awesome, so I think I'm gonna be like, woo! Anyways, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Can I just start off by saying that Barbara sucks? Oh my gosh! Ugh. We did this in the last episode, or the last freaking review, but I mean, where is this character going? I mean, I feel like this is probably the most poorly written character on the show, because they are writing her to be crazy just for the sake of being crazy. I just don't get it. Is she like a sexy vixen? Is she crazy? Or is she the heartfelt person? Now somebody's like, that's perfect for Harley Quinn. Possibly. No, it's not perfect for Harley Quinn at all, because Harley is actually a smart character that knows what she's doing. She's just a little crazy, but she's not over the top, like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing, I just think and hit things crazy. Harley is like a calculated crazy, if I could say that, or if that makes sense. She's just very smart. She just doesn't give a fuck. Like, that is Harley Quinn. She's fun-loving person that doesn't care about doing crimey things. Barbara is just crazy and sucks. Like, it just, I hate the character. Can we stop seeing her? Please kill her this season. Seriously, I mean, the whole part where she was like, Jim, I had a dream about you last night. Like, fuck out of here. We got to see Bruce meet the Court of Owls, and that was kind of anticlimactic. I mean, they kind of just, like, she took off her mask, and he was like, I know you. Like, one, why would you let anybody know your secret identity just because you're gonna threaten them at the end? He fucking knows who you are now. Thought that was kind of stupid that she took off her mask, but at the same time, I love that Bruce kind of just played their bluff and was like, I don't know anything about you until just now, and I was like, oh, Bruce, Batman would do that too. But unfortunately, he gets put in his place like that because she was like, oh yeah, we don't care about any of that and we'll kill your family. Or I should say the people you care about, because his family's dead. I have a little bit more to say about that, but I'll cover it at the end of the video because that's where the theory part comes in. I want to bring this up because, oh man, one of my predictions already came true in the 2nd episode. Freaking Gordon and Vicky. I told you they were going to have that connection. They're going to be like, that happening was so obvious, everybody saw that from a mile away, but, oh, curveball at the end, freaking Lee's back in town, bitches. But Juice, what does this mean? Let me tell you a little nugget, I have no freaking idea, because they made Lee seem like some magical character coming back. I mean, did you see that freaking trainway entrance that she had? She's all getting off, it's a sunset, it's beautiful pictures, people are with their luggage and they're all gonna travel and shit. Like, what? It looks so cinematic ending of a story, and Lee's just like, I'm here, bitches. I don't get why her entrance was like so dramatic or whatever. Not dramatic, but like, you know, there was just like, oh yeah, I'm here. Like, I mean, are you coming back from the Deadpool movie? Like, are you that character now? All this means is on episode 3, we're gonna see Gordon and Lee finally meet after all the drama, and they're probably gonna bring back the Falcone family, which is gonna be pretty interesting because I believe that is who she's dating. She is dating somebody from the Falcone family because they said she's gonna be dating a bad dude this season. And it should be pretty interesting now with the whole Penguin thing and the Fish Mooney thing, and then the Falcone comes back. Let's see if we can get that mob and mentality back into this show. Speaking of Fish and Penguin, they dominated most of this episode with Penguin being all political-like. Now, some of you guys have posted in the comments that Penguin is being very political, like I just said, and you're like, Juice, do you think he's gonna run for office like he did in the Batman movie? He could. I mean, it's very possible that he could run for office. I mean, he is giving speeches in front of crowds, and he's, you know, freaking utilizing mobs and stuff like that. So it's very possible he could run for office, but at the same time, you know, he is a known criminal, and he's been in jail many of times. So I don't know if they're gonna do that. They could. I mean, he could just be like, I'm reformed and I'm a better person and I want to make Gotham good again. At the same time, I don't know if Gotham's gonna want to do 2 back-to-back mayor storylines, because you remember in season 2 we had Gallivan running for mayor, and I don't know if Gotham wants to do another mayor storyline, although I believe they're mayorless right now in Gotham. but at the same time, I just don't know if they're gonna go down that road, but it is very possible. Moving on to Fish, am I the only one that felt her little monster squad was a missed opportunity? I felt like they could have done so much more with this, but they just decided to have a bunch of random ass powered people in her crew. I think this would have been the perfect opportunity for Gotham to introduce a bunch of lesser known, characters from the Batman universe into Fish Mooney's crew, and they didn't do that. They just had a bunch of random jabronis with special powers fighting cops and getting blasted, and I don't know, I feel like these are the little things Gotham does wrong that they could make this show so much better. This crew that Fish had could have easily had, like, you could add King Shark. You don't want to have King Shark if you wanted to be part of the CW universe, which, we don't know if they are. You could have had Great White, like Killer Croc. I know we already saw Killer Croc, but you know what I mean. Like, we could have had, like, Killer Moth. We could have had a bunch of random-ass characters in her monster squad that, after this scene that happened tonight where they all disperse and they all run away, you could have just had them go out throughout the whole city and you just know those characters are there. I just wish Gotham would pay a little bit more attention to those kind of things, because you could have had something like this. Would have been a really awesome Easter egg to just show some of those characters, instead of just having random ass wannabe White Flash over here and Dominatrix Girl. Can I just say that the White Flash must be related to Quicksilver, because man, they can't dodge anything. Back to Fish, Mooney, and Penguin. So basically, after the Gordon double cross where he puts her on a silver platter for Penguin to find outside the building all to himself, we had a cool little, mentoree moment, which I want to know your guys' opinions on this. We finally found out why Fish Mooney didn't kill Penguin at the end of season 2. It was something I questioned. I was like, why the hell didn't she kill him? She hates him so much. Why is he still alive? It's cool that Gotham brought that over to season 3, and it was something that was plaguing Penguin. He asked Riddler in the last episode, he was like, why didn't she kill me? She hates me so much. Why did she let me live? So I like that we finally got that resolved. That was pretty badass. It turns out that Fish didn't kill Penguin because she feels she created the Penguin, and that she can't kill something she created because it feels like it's a part of her. I have to say, I did not see that coming. I didn't think that there was going to be a heartfelt relationship between Fish Mooney and Penguin, especially one where Penguin ends up letting her go. I will say this, though, because he got all teary-eyed and he was like, go, Fish, or leave, Fish, don't come back, or whatever. You know what he did? I was kind of hoping that he was going to say, goodbye, Fish, or whatever, and blast her. Like, that would have made Penguin so motherfucking crazy. Like, that would have been dope. To see that heartfelt, like, a moment of Penguin, like, oh, really? You created me? That's why you didn't kill me? Well, you should have. BAM! That would have been legit, and I would have been like, oh! But unfortunately, I'm over here like, man, Penguin's kind of soft. Are real penguins soft? Like, can you squish real penguins? Maybe it's like a symbolism, because, like, maybe penguins are really soft in real life. I don't know. Who's played with penguins here? Raise your hand. I haven't. Obviously, the biggest thing from this week's episode was the new and improved Ivy. A lot of you guys were like, Juice, how did she get bigger clothes? Of all things you guys could tell me, you're like, dude, how did her clothes grow? Like, oh, I love you guys. You guys are so ridiculous. But she was wearing an oversized sweater when she was a kid, and it did seem a little bit more fitted, in this reincarnation of her. At the same time, it's a wool sweater that was being soaked in water the whole time. So you gotta remember, water makes shit like all droopy and stuff. So, it doesn't bother me too much, but a lot of people felt like, the guy with the special powers made her clothes grow too. Not something really worried about. If you look at her leggings were all ripped apart, which would, you'd expect that because she grew, her body's just going to expand, those leggings are going to rip and stuff. So, it wasn't a big deal to me, but I just wanted to address that because a lot of you guys were telling me about it. Gotham did pay a little bit of homage to Poison Ivy by having some freaking vines in her hair. I don't know if you guys caught that, but when she was talking to that guy after she got out of the water, she had, like, leaves and stuff in her hair. That was kind of cool. I caught that and I was just like, oh. To be honest, though, I don't know how I feel about this new sexy Ivy. I mean, yes, she is nice to look at. She is a very beautiful girl, and I think they're going to be able to portray that part of Gotham, but it just feels, I don't know. I don't know if I don't like the actress's portrayal or I just haven't seen enough. And I think I'm going to put it up there with I haven't seen enough. I mean, we know she's going to be a killer, because shit, she already killed somebody in her first, 24 hours of life because they don't water plants. And that's cool that they're going to try to do the whole plant thing and like, oh, she loves plants, and like, oh, they didn't water her, because Ivy would do that. So that is something Ivy would do. If you mistreat, the environment, Ivy would probably, put you in the ground. So you can't hate Gotham for trying. They are trying to kind of stick to the roots of Ivy, and I think they just wanted to have another badass female character. They started the Siren Club, so there's gonna be a lot of, freaking Easter eggs or, paying homage to the Gotham Sirens. But I just don't know how I feel about this character yet, because, it's just, I don't know, I need more time. I need to see what she's gonna do. I need to see what she's gonna develop into. I would have preferred her to become an older Ivy a different way, kind of like how I said it. And I don't know, I want to see where she's going to go. Is she going to become a freaking botanist or whatever they're called? I don't know the technical term for, being a doctor of plants and shit. Like, is she going to go to school? Like, I want to know how she's going to develop into Pamela Ivy. Pamela Ivy. I want to see how she's going to develop into that character, and I hope they're just not going to overplay the whole sexy thing and just give us another sexy, crazy girl like they do with Barbara. Nobody wants Barbara. Anyways, in the comment sections down below, let me know what you guys think of this new and improved Ivy. Now, for the moment you guys have all been waiting for, who is clone Bruce Wayne? The big thing that happened at the end of this episode was, no, not Alfred dancing and showing how he can freaking dance all badass. No, that wasn't the best thing of the episode or the biggest surprise. It was freaking clone Bruce Wayne breaking into Wayne Manor and freaking surprising Alfred and Bruce, and they're like, what the fuck? I don't think anybody was expecting them to meet this early. I felt like maybe the Court of Owls was gonna get to him, or somebody was gonna find him and be like, you look like Bruce Wayne, blah, blah. I was not expecting Bruce Wayne to meet clone Bruce Wayne this early, and it totally changes my theories. In previous videos, we've talked about who he could be. We thought maybe he's Hush. They would change it a little bit, just change the story from who the actual origin of Hush is and just make this character Hush. Or my pick was that he would be Thomas Wayne Jr. from the Court of Owls story, and the Court of Owls would groom him to be the new Bruce Wayne, because they need Bruce Wayne to run Wayne Enterprises, although in this episode they kind of said they already do, so that wouldn't even matter. But you still get what I mean. They would groom him to be Bruce Wayne, so they would never have to worry about that kind of stuff, and they could just have him say whatever they want. That's what I thought they would do with this character. But now, I'm very interested to change my theory into something new. In tonight's episode, we saw Bruce Wayne get threatened by the Court of Owls, and they said, you need to stop investigating everything, give up everything, or we're gonna kill your family and all that jazz. So, we know that, right? Bruce can no longer do anything Batman related because the Court of Owls will kill his family. So, how do you get around not doing anything like that? Oh man, you'd probably have to be two places at once. That's right, people. What if freaking Bruce Wayne and Alfred are going to train clone Bruce Wayne to act like Bruce Wayne so they can still investigate the Court of Owls, but at the same time, the court's gonna be like, well, what? How is he? What? But he's right here, so he can't be in bed. What? Bruce and Alfred are gonna do the switcheroo. That is exactly what I think is gonna happen. I'm calling that right now. I feel like that is one of the biggest things they can do, because how are you gonna get around the Court of Owls? How will Bruce Wayne get around the Court of Owls? And this seems like the perfect thing. They're going to take in this clone and they're gonna groom him to be Bruce Wayne. That way they can still freaking research the Court of Owls. Because in the whole episode, Alfred was kind of hinting at like, well, what are you going to do? I mean, do you think they're going to hold up their part of the bargain, so you're going to hold up your part of the bargain? Blah, 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 blah. I think we are going to see more of that playboy Bruce Wayne. And somebody asked me, what do you mean by playboy? Playboy just means like you're out there partying, you're hanging out with ladies. Basically, it's something only rich people can do, not like poor people like us. It's just that playboy persona that Bruce Wayne has. But, yeah, like I was saying, I think that Alfred and Bruce might start mentoring this clone Bruce to take his place during the day or something, or while they're away. I just feel like that is what's going to happen, and Bruce, the actual Bruce, can still investigate the Court of Owls under the cover of darkness or something. I don't know. Maybe he can change the way he looks. I don't know. That is the first thing that popped into my head, because I was all, why would this clone Bruce come to their house, and what are they going to do? I mean, they're probably going to figure out how, where do you come from? He's probably going to talk about Indian Hill, and then he'll probably talk about what he knows at Indian Hill, and they'll be able to investigate that more. So I am saying that right now. I think that Bruce and Alfred are going to train clone Bruce to become Bruce Wayne. It might backfire on them. I do feel like they could do that maybe in the second part of the season. What if he feels like he is Bruce Wayne after they train him? Maybe it backfires and that's when the Court of Owls get him and they're like, oh, you will be Bruce Wayne. So they could still do that original storyline I was thinking about, but I just feel like with this opportunity, it's going to allow Bruce to still investigate the Court of Owls for this whole season, but at the same time, the court will think he's just not doing a damn thing. Anyways, guys, that's all I got for this episode. Let me know what you thought about all of this craziness in the comment sections down below. Guys and gals, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with all your bat buddies. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for all things nerdy and geeky on this channel. But as always, guys, I am your host, JUICEbox. Remember, when you wake up in the morning, ask yourself something. Have I had my daily dose of juice? See you guys next time.